In this video, I'm going to demonstrate how to use the search feature in Morningstar Direct to find two different investments that I'm looking for. So I'm specifically looking for index funds that track the communication services sector and an index fund that tracks the real estate sector. So I'm going to go out here, and I'm in the home screen right now, and I'm going to pull up search criteria. And I want to start a new search here. So I'm going to create new. And like I said before, I'm looking for two funds. I'm only interested in exchange traded funds. So I'm going to select the investment type, and I'm going to change this to exchange traded fund. And I'm going to update that. And I want to make sure I'm only including surviving and non-dormant investments. I don't want investments or investment funds that have liquidated or have otherwise shut down. I'm going to start here by adding criteria that I only want it traded on U.S. exchanges. So I'm going to put in here exchange and select exchange country and go up here and search for United States. And so I want to add that. I want to, I said I was going to look up one for the communication services sector. So I want to put in here Morningstar category. And there's a lot of different Morningstar categories you can search for. I'm looking for communications. So right here, I'm going to add that one. I want passively managed funds, so I don't want an actively managed fund because I want this to track an index, or rather an asset class. So I'm going to put in actively managed or actively. Morningstar doesn't have an option for passively managed, so you want to select actively managed, and you want to, so the way I'm going to do this, include no, so it's not actively managed. And make sure not to include investments missing this information. And as you're going through this, you can apply your screens to see how many investments are left. So if you add one in that takes out a lot of options and you don't want to remove that many options, you might want to adjust it a little bit. So what I've put in so far, the exchanges in the US, the Morningstar category is communications. I want a passively managed fund. The last criteria I want is I want at least 10 years worth of data, so I can see how this asset class has performed over the last 10 years to get an idea of how this asset class should perform going forward. So I want a little bit of history there. So I'm going to add a criteria here. I'm going to put inception date. So when did this fund start? And there's a lot of different options here. I want before 10 years ago, and I'm making this video on actually I'm making on March 1st, but March 1st is a Sunday, so it's using the last trading day, which was February 28th. So I'm going to go out here to, or actually, sorry, yesterday was February 28th, and so I'm going to go out here to 2016 to say I wanted at least 10 years ago. And that should do it for me here. It gives me 6 different investments to choose from. And I've already looked through these investments to get a good idea of which, what they look like. But if you want to look at them, you can select the 3 dots and then go to, there's interactive research, there's the Morningstar report. That's usually what I like to look at. And this is the iShares Global Communications. The net expense ratio is 0.4, which is a little bit high for a passively managed fund. I'm going to show you another one here in a minute that has a lower one. But it gives some history on it, shows you the returns over time. If you invested $10,000, the growth of that $10,000 over time. The portfolio risk score, the Morningstar style. So you can see your value, blender growth, small, medium, large. So I'm going to close this out. So I'm back here to the search criteria screen. I showed you the iShares telecommunications ETF. Now I'm going to show you the Vanguard one. And it's got Morningstar report here. The net expense ratio for the iShares was 0.40. This one's quite a bit lower. You can see this is 0.09. So it's less than a quarter of the expense ratio of the other one. So this is what I'm going to choose because I want one with a nice low expense ratio. Has a lot of history. It's performed well in the past. And it should be a fairly good representation of the communication sector. So the ticker on that one was VOX. So now I'm going to go back to my search criteria. And I wanted one for real estate as well. So I'm going to change this Morningstar category to real estate. So I'm going to deselect my communications. I'm going to select real estate. There we go. Update that one. Select apply. A lot more options here. I'm going to, so you can see here we've got Alps, Fidelity, First Trust, Global, Invesco, iShares, a lot of iShares options, State Street. I'm going to look at this Vanguard one. So you can see down here, I run into a little problem with, I try to select the three little dots. It goes off the screen, so it won't show it to me. So here's how to get around that. Just select the fund and then go up here. And you can then select it from the top. Go to Morningstar report. And so we see here the expense ratio is 0.13. Still a fairly low expense ratio there. It's been around a long time. The ticker is VNQ. And just to, check another one out, I'm going to go back out here. I'll look at the spider. I'll look at this State Street XLRE one. And so I mentioned before, we like ones with lower expense ratios usually, especially passively managed ones. So this one has a lower expense ratio of 0.08. The Vanguard one had a expense ratio of 0.13. So I think I'll go with this one. So the ticker here is XLRE. So what I'm going to do now is I've got an investment list that I'm going to use in my next video, and I'm going to update that, and I'm going to update that list and then upload that to Morningstar.